Hi, good morning. My name is Matt. Welcome to your practice. Starting off your day with a morning yoga practice can bring a liveliness to the mind and a vibrancy to the body. We'll focus on steady, even breathing as we move throughout this practice and also try to bring our attention to the sensations of our body. We'll start in child's pose.
Focus on your breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. The sound of the breath is called ujjayi. It's a gentle whisper by contracting the back of your throat slightly. It's similar to a light snore, so it feels like you can connect to the sensation of breath. You can also control it so you're able to slow it down and you can hear it. So focus on the sound of ujjayi as you breathe in slowly and as you breathe out. It's helpful to count to 4 on the inhale and count to 4 on the exhale. And as you're breathing the steady sound of ujjayi and feeling it, also feel the sensations of your body. So notice how your breath is moving into your rib cage and how it's moving out. Let's begin to wake up the hands. Spread your fingers wide and grip your fingers into the ground. Take a breath. And firm up the arms, straighten the elbows, and lift the shoulders, the armpits up away from the ground. Start to turn on the muscles of your back. Keeping the energy in the arms. Simply come forward on the inhale. Arch the spine.
Tuck the toes. Exhale, move right back into child's pose.
Inhale, come forward.
Arch and look up. Exhale back into child's pose.
Inhale, come forward. Arch and look up.
Exhale, moving back, child's pose.
3 more. Inhale, forward, arch, and look up.
And exhale back, child's pose.
Inhale, forward, arch, and look up.
And exhale, child's pose.
Inhale, forward, arch.
And last time, exhale back.
Inhale, come forward, arch, and tuck the toes.
Let's start with the feet as wide as your yoga mat and come up to downward facing dog.
With the feet wide, you can start to bend the knees. Move the hips a little side to side. Let's keep the feet wide. Just squeeze the shins toward each other so you feel your inner thighs activate as you come to plank pose. Take a breath here.
On the exhale, place the knees down, child's pose.
Inhale forward, all fours, arch the spine, look up.
Keep the feet fairly wide as you come into downward facing dog.
Inhale, plank pose. And exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours, arch and look up. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, plank pose. Exhale, knees down, child's pose. Inhale, all fours, arch and look up. Feet about hip width apart now as you come into downward facing dog. Step your left foot to the midline of the yoga mat and take the right leg up to the sky. Inhale. Bend your knee, open up your hip as you exhale. Begin to bring some fluid into the right ankle joint as you inhale, roll the ankle around. And exhale, start to roll the hip joint. So you're going to take your knee into big circles. On the next inhalation, you can straighten the leg and square the hip. Step the right foot forward and come up onto your fingertips. And take a breath in. Just observe how you're feeling so far. Soften the gaze, relax the eyes just a little bit. Brighten your internal gaze, so become awake to the sensations, how it feels inside of your body. Let's gain some strength, feel our muscles start to tone. Gently start to pull your right foot and left foot diagonally toward each other and lift the hips slightly up. Then lengthen through the skull like a turtle would come out of its shell, lengthen and take a full breath in. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank pose. And exhale, knees down, child's pose. Inhale, forward, all fours. Tuck the toes, exhale into downward facing dog. We'll take the left leg to the sky, inhale. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Start to roll the ankle around as you inhale. And bring that movement into the hip joint as you exhale, big circles with the knee. Keep it going for another breath in. And out. Straight leg on the in-breath, square the hip. Step left foot forward. Come up onto your fingertips, take a breath. Soften the eyes, but become awake to the sensations of your body. How are you feeling right now? That availability to be present, to be awake to the sensations of your body keeps you in this moment, keeps you in the now, brings an aliveness to your mind and your body. Start to gather some strength in the legs, so pull your feet diagonally toward each other and feel what that creates. Do you feel the sensations of your muscles turning on, the body heating up slightly? Then press through your left heel straight down and lengthen through the skull, get long. Take a full breath in. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose, the same vinyasa flow as we've been doing. Exhale, knees down, child's pose. Inhale, forward, all fours. Arch the spine and look up. Exhale, right into downward facing dog. 3 breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more breath. Inhale. Exhale the breath out. You're going to look forward. Walk the feet slowly to the front of your yoga mat.
Bend your knees and keep your feet fairly wide. Inhale, lengthen the chest. And exhale, bow, laying right over your thighs. Interlace the hands behind your back. Clasp the fingers if you can. If you need to, you can grab a towel and hold the towel between both hands. If you have the clasp or if you have the towel grabbing, you can now start to bring the hands up slowly towards the low back. Let the shoulders fall towards your ears, and then squeeze your elbows and shoulder blades toward each other. Keeping that energy of your back body turning on, see if you can start to straighten the arms any amount, opening the chest up. Take a full breath in. And full breath out. One more, inhale. And exhale. Release by bending the elbows. Place the hands on the knees. Inhale, lift your chest up. And exhale, come to standing. Close the eyes for a moment in Tadasana. Lean your weight ever so slightly back from the hips. Feel the pelvis ground down into the heels. Observe how you feel so far. Slow breath in through the nose. Ujjayi breath out through the nose. Gently open the eyes, turn the palms out. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. And as you exhale, take your hands on your thighs, bend the knees, and pause. Prepping for chair pose. Lean the hips back, and as you do so, try to push the heels out like you're turning your thighs in, and see if you can get your outer hips to awaken. And from that strength and that liveliness that's starting in the hips, lift the chest up so there's a gentle back bend forming. And from that back bend, lift the belly, lift the sides of the body up, lift the shoulders, lift the arms up. Take a full breath in, stretch up through the fingertips. And exhale, bow to the earth, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow forward. You could always be bending your knees in Uttanasana, and also having blocks under your hands is great. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Hands come to the thighs. Lift your chest up. Then lift the arms up. Exhale, stand up, Samastitihi. Let's flow through that with the breath. Chair pose, inhale, move the hips back. Push the backs of your heels out. Exhale, bow, Uttanasana, fingertips to the ground, straightening the legs to the degree that is accessible for you right now. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, use your hands on your knees to rise up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, stand up, hands to heart, Samastitihi. One more round to build the heat. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. And exhale, bow to the earth, fingertips to the ground, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Again, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Step the left foot back as you exhale. Place your hands on your front knee and pause there. Press your right heel, your front heel, straight down into the yoga mat so you feel a little lift, a little lightness in the body, and maybe you feel your right buttocks tone up. And from that strength, walk the hands a little bit up towards your thigh and lift your chest up taller. Lift the abdomen, lift the sides of the waistline, lift the arms up. High lunge. Take a full breath and try to stretch up a little bit taller. Awaken the back leg up through the fingertips. And exhale, hands to the ground. Step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, opposite foot back, right foot back. Place the hands on the knee. Come on up and pause there. Gain some solidity, some strength. Press your front heel down as you breathe in. Squeeze your back foot and front foot a little toward each other to gain stability, and from that stability, start to climb your thigh, lift your chest up taller. Lift the belly, lift the sides of the body up, and stretch the arms up, high lunge. Take a moment for the breath. And then a full vibrancy. Push off of your back foot, lift up through the arms, gaze slightly up, and exhale, hands to the ground. Step forward, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. You can use your hands on your thighs to rise up. Exhale, stand up, hands to heart. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Step the left foot back as you exhale. Press into your feet, rise up, high lunge. And now open up, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Adjust your stance a little so your front heel bisects the back arch. Same idea. With your breath, push down through your front heel, gain some strength and some solidity in the ground all the way up into the hips. Then become vibrant and radiant through the fingers. Soft gaze, though, over the front hand. 3 more breaths. One more breath to really get the power of the pose. Stretch out through your arms. Flip the palms. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stretch the right side of your body up. You can turn the chest a little to the sky. 2 more breaths. One more breath, inhaling. And as you exhale, come back to center and hands all the way to the ground. This time, pivot the back heel up. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, knees down, child's pose. Inhale, come forward to all fours, arch the back. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. We're gonna go right into it. Take the right leg to the sky, inhale. Bend your knee, open the hip. Exhaling. Inhale, straighten legs, square the hip. Step right foot forward. Same flow, inhale, high lunge. Exhale, now open up, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, flip the palms, inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Pivot the back heel up, step forward this time, inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow forward. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Stand up, hands to heart, Samastitihi. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Step the right foot back as you exhale. Place the hands on the front knee. Rise up, high lunge. And open up, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Gain some solidity in the ground. Pull your feet toward each other gently. So you feel an energy in the legs that rises up into the hips, but push down through the front heel. Feel the power of your legs, that stability that comes from the hips down into the earth. But become vibrant and light and expansive through the fingers. Reach through the fingertips. Let the gaze be soft, the eyes be soft. And focus on your breathing. 3 more breaths. Two more breaths, inhaling. Exhaling. Stay strong in the legs for one more breath. Flip the palms, inhale, reverse warrior. Turn the chest a little to the sky to open up the heart, open up the abdomen. Only 2 more breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Soften the face. Inhale, observe what you feel. And as you exhale, back to warrior 2, and then hands to the ground. Pivot the back heel up. Step to plank pose, inhale. This time, place the knees down, lower all the way to the ground, chaturanga. Little cobra pose, inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, back down. 2 more, inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale. Last one, inhale, lift the chest up. If you want to come up a little bit taller, maybe to upward dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. A full breath in and a long breath out. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Bend the knee, open the hip on the exhale. Inhale, straighten legs, square the hip. Step left foot forward as you exhale. Press down, rise up, high lunge. Open up, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse warrior, inhale. And exhale, hands to the ground. Pivot the back heel up, step forward, inhale. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Stand up, hands to heart, Samastitihi. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Bow to the earth, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back, downward facing dog. Plank pose, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale, lower to the ground. Cobra or upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky, inhale. Right into it, step forward as you exhale. Rise up, high lunge. Virabhadrasana 2, exhale, open warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the ground. Plank pose, inhale. Chaturanga as you exhale. Cobra or upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last side, left leg to the sky, inhale. Step forward as you exhale. High lunge, inhale, rise up. Open up, Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Plank pose, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky, inhale. And place your right shin across the mat for pigeon, forward fold. You place the elbows to the ground. You can stretch the arms out if you like, but bow the head. And take a moment to tune in again to the sensation of breath moving through your body, to the sensations that you've created so far in your practice to wake up the body. Feel the gentle heat that might be pulsing through you. Three more breaths to really settle in. Two more breaths. Walk the hands back. Step back, downward facing dog. One breath in. And one breath out. Left leg can reach up, inhale. Left shin across the mat. I like to move my hips back to deepen the stretch. Elbows forward. And bow. 5 full breaths. Again, just focusing on what it feels like to be breathing. Focusing on the sensations you're experiencing. Maybe it's a stretch feeling, perhaps it's a little bit of heat. Just focus on clearing the mind by focusing your attention on the breath and on sensation. Two more breaths. And walk the hands back. Step back to downward facing dog. Shift to plank pose. And lower all the way onto your belly to roll onto your back. And just hug your knees into your chest. A little rock side to side. And stretch the legs out, palms face up for Savasana. One slow breath in through the nose as you get settled. And exhale it through the mouth to let go of the Ujjayi breathing. Feel the gentle pulse of the heart. Notice that the body is breathing on its own. Allow your bones to settle into the earth, letting the muscles relax over the bones. Feel the experience of being alive in your body. Invite the breath back in as you inhale, let the body expand. And exhale out. Begin to awaken the fingers and toes. And stretch the arms overhead.
roll to your right side to come up to a seated position. Take a moment to feel the experience of being alive in your physical body. Noticing that your body breathes on its own. The heart pulses. The mind thinks. There's energy pulsing through you at all times. Place the hands to the heart. On your exhale, simply bow in honor of the beating heart inside, with gratitude to have this experience, this time dedicated to tuning into our physical body, to clearing the mind with the breath. Namaste.